wherever you listen throughout the world. It's football time in Tennessee.
Here's Tua stepping back, loads up, looks long, throws, end zone,
touchdown!
Alabama! Devontae Smith! Touchdown, Alabama! And the Crimson Tide has once again ascended to the top of the college football mountain.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord.
Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson.
He's got something.
30,
He's got
40,
something.
50.
He's got it.
40.
He's got it.
20. 10.
He's got it.
End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour with your host, Drake Colley.
And good afternoon. Welcome in. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour, and I am Drake in the WKOM studios this afternoon with Slim D and L Train, and it is Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday.
Amen, brother.
Love Fridays. A little overcast today, but hey, we're going to make us appreciate those beautiful spring days, even sunny spring days even more. Tonight, we want to do a little programming announcement here. Fellas, tonight we've got softball and baseball. One of you guys want to jump on there and tell the folks what to look for?
Yeah, it'll be Columbia baseball down at Summertown. I believe first pitch with that is 6 p.m. available on Central Dugout Club on streaming. Then Columbia Lady Lions softball playing up at Battle Creek. That'll be on the Front Porch Sports Network on streaming.
Carter McDonald and I will be on the call for that one. Is anything going to be on the radio tonight?
I don't think we'll have radio because we'll talk about why.
We'll talk about
later
why,
in
yeah.
the show. We've got important games.
Tennessee basketball tonight, baby.
Yeah, so
yeah,
absolutely. And we're going to get into that in depth over the next hour. So please stay with us if you're interested in the NCAA March Madness tournament. Right before we get into that, we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about North Carolina State Wolfpack, their athletic director, and his reaction to Will Wade leaving NC State and going back and being rehired after being fired a few years back from Louisiana State University. And he'll be the head coach again of the LSU men's basketball team.
He's back. Dun, 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 dun.
Wade announced the decision yesterday before LSU or NC State issued any public comments. He said, quote, "This was not an easy decision because of how much I respect all the and appreciate I have for this program and this university. But the opportunity to return to LSU is deeply personal. It's a chance to go home to a place that means a great deal to me and my family." He was raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
He went to FRA.
Right. I'll always be grateful for my time here at NC State. The relationships built, foundation we helped strengthen, NC State's position and continued success, and I'll be cheering them on moving forward. I'm sure they really appreciate that.
Definitely.
In a news conference yesterday afternoon, after that statement by Will Wade, NC State Athletic Director Boo Corrigan repeatedly used the word disappointed to describe his emotions. He said he talked multiple times with Wade about his future, including whether they need to have a discussion about the LSU job. They had a 2-hour meeting on Tuesday night to address issues like scheduling and roster management, and Wade repeatedly expressed his intentions to stay with the NC State Wolfpack. Wade skipped another meeting with Corrigan before his agent emailed Corrigan his notice of resignation.
That's
Wade's
crazy.
agent emailed the athletic director Wade's resignation.
That's crazy.
Corrigan said he would commiserate with Wolfpack fans who felt lied to.
We got to get a bell for that word. I've never heard that word.
Quote, there was no reason for me in my job to not believe the words that I was hearing coming back from me from Coach Wade, Corrigan said. I was as surprised, as shocked as anyone else as this occurred based on the previous conversations that we'd had. I believed he was telling me his true intentions. I'm disappointed for our athletic department. I'm disappointed for our fans. And I'm disappointed for our university that we're here today. All right. 2 teams advanced into the Elite Eight last night as Purdue won in a thriller over 11 seed Texas in San Jose, California, 79-77. And number 9, Iowa continues their Cinderella run. I mean, they beat Florida.
They did.
Magic 8-Ball had them beating Nebraska yesterday, which they came back and beat Nebraska. So Purdue Boilermakers are in the Elite Eight for the second time in 3 years, thanks to Trey Kaufman-Wren, as he tipped in the Braden Smith last-second shot for the Purdue victory.
Yeah.
By 2.
Johnny on the spot. That's
79-77. Kaufman-Wren's tip-in left only 0.7 second for Texas to go the length of the court as a heave from beyond half court fell short for the Longhorns, and they lost. Purdue will play Arizona Saturday to try and move into the Final Four and on to Indianapolis. Speaking of Arizona, I mean, wow, Arizona? I mean,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. The fact
they look terrific.
I wasn't, we talked about it a little bit with the game and the fact that it's going to be the game of the night was the other game. But, Arizona looks serious.
Yeah, they manhandled the Arkansas Razorback. That's the only way. They dominated the Hogs 109-88, and the game wasn't even that close.
It was not close.
I mean,
it was not close.
That's around the 21-point victory a margin of victory, but it wasn't even that close.
It really wasn't, which is interesting.
I mean, Arizona's offense looked unstoppable. I mean, the Razorbacks aren't known for playing great defense anyway.
Especially Gary Sakoff,
I mean, the Razorbacks couldn't do anything to slow the Wildcats' offense down. Arizona shot, get this, folks, they shot 64% in the first half from the field. 64% from the field.
Pretty good, pretty efficient.
And, oh, by the way, they shot the same percentage in the second half, 64% from the field.
Which is, it's good. They've got good players. That dunk that what's his name, Okiki had over Brazil. I mean, that was crazy.
They only attempted 8 3-pointers in the game last night. 8. All 5 of Arizona's starters had at least 14 points. All 5 of them. Arizona averages 86 points a game. It's their first Elite Eight appearance in 11 years. 11 years. Arizona has suffered some embarrassing March Madness tournament early exits in recent years. In 2016, a 6-seed Arizona lost to 11-seed Wichita State, first round. 2018, number 4-seed Arizona got blown out by a 13-seed Buffalo.
Yeah, I remember that now.
And in 2023, just a few years back, number 2-seed Arizona lost to number 15-seed Princeton, 59-55.
Yeah, they've been underwhelming, to say the least.
Freshman Braden Burries, terrific.
He's tough.
23 points, 7 of 11 from the field. Freshman Koa Pete, 21 points, 8 of 11 from the field. Calipari got whacked with a technical for saying something to an official late in the ballgame, down by 22 points, as Arizona was shooting some free throws. last night. Arkansas's Billy Richmond II was ejected from the game in the second half for a flagrant 2 foul
Which is never good.
on a push on Ivan Karchinkov
Yep. He's rushing.
with only 7 minutes to go. So Richmond was ready to go. He was ready to get off the
He's
court.
ready to
anyway.
get out of there.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
ready.
trying to get an early plane ticket.
It
out.
was not pretty at that point in the game, folks. I'm just telling you, it was not looking good for the Hogs at all.
Shout out to Zona, though.
Arkansas super freshman Darius Acuff Jr.
Wabash Cannonball.
There you go. The Wabash Cannonball had pulled into the station and was taking on some water for the next time it pulled out of the station. I mean, he had 28 points, did Acuff to lead all scores, but it just wasn't enough to overcome the overall team performance of the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona plays, like I said, Purdue on Saturday in the second game of the night at 7:49. Arizona is a 6.5-point favorite with a 152.5 total over Purdue.
I agree.
Another team that looks Final Four worthy were the Fighting Illini of Illinois, as in what started out as a rock fight early. The Illini finally separated themselves from the Houston Cougars after they were tied up, the Illini had a 2-point lead at halftime, 24-22. Illinois limited Houston to 4 points in the first 8 minutes and 40 seconds of the game.
Yeah, they were clamping
4
them down.
points.
And I didn't really expect that.
And they were playing in the city of Houston.
Houston is the good defensive team and has a great coach and all that, but it was kind of like, oh, okay, Illinois has got early control.
I mean, Illinois has been kind of known all year for their offensive prowess on the court. You know, their ability to score points but they got in a physical defensive battle, and they were able to change their game and play Houston and beat Houston at basically their own game.
Yeah, it was very impressive, and the offensive arsenal of Illinois is always there, like we just said, but defensively for somebody like Keaton Wagler to lock in, Stojakovic, Mirkovic, those guys to play good defense was like, okay, they really want to win.
I mean, Illinois won by 10, like I said, in the city of Houston, not on Houston's home court.
Right.
But in the city of Houston is where the game was played. Won by 10, 65-55 in a physical and defensive heavyweight kind of title bout fight.
Better game, way better game than Arizona, Arkansas.
Then in the second half, after leading by 2, 24-22 at halftime, Illinois leading. In the second half, Illinois went on a 17-0 run to jump out to a 44-26 lead with 11:54 left in the game, and it was over at that point. Houston never recovered.
It was over.
Houston ends its run short of the Final Four again, as Kelvin Sampson still remains in search of Houston's first ever NCAA title. I didn't realize they'd never won the title.
They didn't win with Olajuwon?
No.
Wow. Interesting. But yeah, Sampson needs to get one. I think he's a great coach.
Now I might take that back.
I don't know if they'd won with Olajuwon or not. I just know he's the most notable.
Take that back.
He's the most notable person that I can name.
It might be Kelvin Sampson. The article I might have misread it that I was taking the information.
Yeah, it might just be Sampson's.
Might be
name.
Sampson's.
Yeah.
First ever. We'll check on that.
Yeah, we will.
Illinois, normally explosive offensively, had to change gears and play a different style of game. And that's what makes Illinois dangerous, is that they can get out and run, or they can get down in the half-court sets offensively, and slow the game down.
I'll tell you what, it's so amazing, and we've talked about this at length on the show, for Illinois to have the host of Eaches on the team. I mean, you've got Ivisic and Mirkovic and Stojakovic.
Who's the Stojakovic? His dad.
Peja Stojakovic, yeah. He played for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's really
a terrific player.
His
and
son
his
is
son plays
Andre.
for Illinois. He was
Yeah.
at the game last night.
Yeah, and Andre's really good. They brought Andre off the bench last night, which is interesting, but I think Andre is one of the best players in the country.
Well, All-American Illinois. I mean, Illinois won, and it wasn't pretty. It was kind of an ugly game. But, sometimes that's the way basketball games go. And if you're a good enough team, you find a way to win.
I know it's the tournament, so I mean,
All-American, Houston All-American freshman Illinois All-American freshman Keaton Wagler, he was just 4 for 14 from the field. So he wasn't even I mean, he played a very, very mediocre game for his ability, and Illinois was still able to win by 10.
He didn't impress me a lot on the offensive end, but like you said, defensively, starting the game, he was very impressive to start.
Gentlemen, I don't mean to cut you off, but Big Lou Maddox has joined us virtually from Knoxville.
What's going on, Big Lou?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
We're just getting into these basketball games, and we're going to get into Tennessee here. We want to see what the pulse is like up there in K-Town. So hang tight, and we'll be right with you. We're going over last night's game between Houston and Illinois in the Illinois victory. All-American freshman, Illinois freshman Keaton Wagler, like I said, just a mediocre game, 13 points, but he had 12 rebounds.
So, I mean, he was doing other stuff to be productive.
Right. Yeah. Illini out-rebounded Houston last night, 43-34.
They've got huge guys on the team.
Fellow freshman David Merkovich, who you just mentioned, 14 points, 10 rebounds.
He's tough, very tough.
Houston super freshman Kingston Fleming, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists.
Underwhelming.
Illinois plays Iowa next. I mean, I'm not saying that there it's a lock to the Final Four, but if you're any of the other Final Four teams, who do you want to play there, Big Lou? Iowa, right? I mean, they're a 9 seed.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, sure.
Who's left? I mean, but Iowa's been playing terrific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Illinois is a 6.5-point favorite over Iowa with a 138 total. That seems kind of low to me, the 138 total. I mean,
yeah.
The total in the Iowa-Nebraska game last night was like 131. Mm-hmm. They beat that by like 30 points.
Yeah, they did.
5 o'clock on Saturday is the first game with Arizona Purdue to follow out of the West region. Tonight, Big Lou, we got 4 great games. I'm going to give you the rundown there. We're going to come back after the break and talk about them a little bit. 4 great games. I mean, it's a little after 6 o'clock. Number 5 seed St. John's, Rick Pitino out of the East region, take on number 1 Duke. Duke's a 6.5-point favorite with a 142 total. I know Duke's a 6.5-point favorite, but St. John's has been playing some really good basketball lately.
Yeah, they got a good coach, Pitino,
and they got your old school Rick Pitino against the new young coaching dude, John Shire, right?
Like 30-year-old guy, yeah.
At 6:35, the Alabama Crimson Tide, a 4 seed, takes on the 1 seed Michigan. Michigan is now an 8.5-point favorite with a 172.5 total, high total, out of the Midwest region. Second game in the East region after St. John's Duke, number 3 seed Michigan State takes on the number 2 seed UConn, which should be a fantastic game. UConn's a 1.5-point favorite, the 136 total. And then the nightcap, and we're going to talk about that after this break. 9-10 tonight, number 6 seed Tennessee Vols take on the number 2 seed Iowa State. Iowa State's favored by 3.5 with a 139.5 total. We're going to discuss all 4 of these games right after this break. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.
This is Coach Tredaris Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Let's talk custom design jewelry. Did you know Tillis Jewelry in downtown Columbia creates custom design jewelry and has been for over 30 years? From one-of-a-kind engagement rings to wedding bands and so much more. We want each piece to be as unique as you are and create a family heirloom for tomorrow. Call today and make an appointment with one of our designers. And just for calling, you will receive a free 30-minute consultation. Tillis Jewelry, creating custom jewelry proudly in Tennessee.
Spring starts at Trips Ace Hardware. On Saturday, April 25th, join us for our 5th annual Spring Day. Our garden center will be in full bloom. Explore premium grills from Rectech, Weber, and Big Green Egg with live demos throughout the day, and Milwaukee Tool on site with a full demo tent. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia. Thanks for shopping local at Trips Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Do you have trees that need trimming or removed? Do you have stumps that you want grounded? A1 Tree Trimming and Removal is a family-owned and operated business local to Columbia and Lewisburg. They also service surrounding Middle Tennessee. We are licensed and insured and provide free estimates. No job is too big, no tree is too small. Give old Luke a call or text Luke at 931-359-3113. Or you can check them out on Facebook and tell A1 Tree Removal that you heard this ad on the radio. If you love America, then you will love A1 Tree Removal.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
This is Debbie Matthews with the Nashville Realty Group, and if you've been paying attention, you know the housing market has been tough, but rates are beginning to thaw. So if you're thinking about selling, the time to jump in is getting better every day. But if you're thinking about buying, and those interest rates are still a little bit too high, a good agent knows how to negotiate interest rate buydowns, and I'm a good agent. So call me, Debbie Matthews with Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
This is Trip Stoltz with Columbia Ace Hardware. I love listening to 101.7 WKOM FM, Columbia, Tennessee.
Hey y'all, Sergeant Jennifer Dalton with Columbia Police Department here. You're listening to 101.7 FM, Front Porch Radio. Slow down in town, y'all.
The Mules are back in town, April 9th to 11th at the Murray County Park, Columbia, Tennessee. Live music, vendors, contests, and yes, mules. Mule pulling, gated mules, mule scrambles, and more. Join us Thursday through Saturday at the Murray County Park. Don't miss the Mule Day Parade, 11 a.m. Saturday, April 11th. Visit muleday.com for a complete schedule of events. Brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Happy you'll be, or the service is free. And the Murray County Visitors Bureau. Plan your visit now at experiencemurray.com.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half-off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
Are you thinking about a new fence? Maybe you need a pole barn? Then you should give Sands Fence Company a call. That's 931-309-1644. Will Sands has built his business based on the principles of honesty, quality, and integrity. Sands Fence Company has been in business for over 20 years, providing their community with farm, residential, and commercial fencing, as well as pole barns and buildings. Call today for a free estimate. Sands Fence Company, 931-309-1644. That's 931-309-1644.
Experience snoring, trouble sleeping, daytime exhaustion? All of these could be signs of a sleep disorder. Dr. Samini Uman is bringing her sleep practice to Middle Tennessee, offering both clinic and online appointments with proven results. Telehealth appointments with no waiting rooms, home and in-lab sleep studies with local sleep lab partnerships, including Williamson Med Center. Visit oursleepdoc.com or call 615-302-8039. Your path to better sleep starts here.
I'm Chris Stewart, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and you're listening to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour on 101.7 WKOM.
When I first met you, baby, baby, you were just sweet 16.
And welcome back into the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake in the WKOM studios with Slim D and L Train, and all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee, the man himself, Big Lou Maddox. Big Lou, what are you going to do for the game tonight, baby? Are you there?
Yeah, we're just hanging out at the house. Yeah, I'm here.
Hang out. Are you in town? No, wait a minute. Are you in town, or are you when you talk about the house, you talking about your place up there in Knoxville?
Yeah, so not technically a house, but
okay,
we'll be hanging out in the apartment.
I got you.
Watching
to be technical,
watching every other game that's on.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are 4 terrific games on tonight. I mean, Alabama and Michigan is probably the biggest spread, with Michigan's favored by 9, and then the first game is Duke by 6.5, and then the second game Michigan by 8, tips off 30 minutes later. And then about 8:45, you're going to have Michigan State UConn, which should be a great game. UConn's favored by 1.5. And then the nightcap, folks, Tennessee is a 3.5-point underdog to Iowa State. So in the first game, St. John's plays Duke, and St. John's needed a buzzer beater to beat Kansas, right? Duke stepped on the gas in the second half versus TCU and pulled away from what was a close game at halftime. St. John's has one of the best defenses in the nation, but Duke's defense might even be better. Duke center Patrick
Gungba
the second is going to be back tonight. He came back for played about 13 minutes off the bench against TCU, but tonight he has a much tougher task, and that is he'll probably be guarding St. John's Big East Player of the Year, Zuby Ejiofor.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, he sounds tough. That name,
intimidating.
That name itself sounds tough. Zuby Ejiofor. Duke freshman Caden Boozer, the twin brother.
Which one are we talking about? We're talking
Caden
about
of Cam. Are they
Caden
twins?
Caden Boozer is the twin, but
they're
he's
twins.
Smaller. Yes,
but he's the smaller of the two. Obviously, he's the point guard that's taken over for the injured starting point guard for the regular season, Caleb Foster for Duke. But he's come in and played terrific.
He has played really good.
I mean, but let me tell you what, the farther you get in the tournament, go ahead, Duke. Go ahead, Lou.
I was just going to say the hype around Caden Boozer is just kind of seems like it's out of nowhere since their starting point guard got hurt. I mean, it's not like the guy wasn't playing all season. I mean, people are treating it like this is just somebody that's been on the bench all year.
Exactly.
This
guy at the end of the bench
he's been doing this.
He's
been doing this. There wasn't that much of a change.
Okay.
Agreed, Lou. Agreed.
Good
point.
Except the fact that he doesn't split time with Caleb Foster anymore.
Right.
I
mean, he's been and he's been basically he's been in the car riding around in the front seat, and driving occasionally. Now they've just handed him the keys.
They have no other point guard really on the roster. So, I mean, if it's no Foster, that means it's either Big Boozer bringing it up the court as a center, or Big, or Little Boozer bringing it up. So.
Okay. Well, and, like I said, freshmen, I know these guys are freshmen. I know they're terrific players. They might be generational type players. We'll wait and see. But the deeper you get into this tournament, each game you win, the next game, the pressure in that pressure cooker, in that Instapot, doubles. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it has to double. And if you're a freshman, I mean, the pressure and the anxiety even hits another level. Would you agree with that, Big Lou?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's the NCAA tournament, and the first step, if you're like a competing team, is, most people say to themselves, "Let's make it out of the first weekend." And they treat every weekend like it's its own tournament.
Sure.
But once you make it out of that first weekend, then everybody's that good. So yeah,
that's right.
The pressure
exactly
increases
and,
exponentially.
Yeah, as the pressure begins to mount here on these teams in the Sweet 16 trying to move on to the Elite Eight and then obviously the Final Four, Caden Boozer, talking about Cam's little brother, twin brother, had 19 points against Siena. He had 9 points against TCU. But St. John's is a different type of challenge and a much tougher team. Only 7 players saw more than 4 minutes for the Duke Blue Devils against TCU. Only 7 players saw more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, they're very thin. They have
that's right.
bench.
Now, the St. John's Red Storm, they can get teams in. They're known for getting teams in foul trouble. Their opponents average on the season 20 or more fouls in a game.
Good grief.
Against the Red Storm.
Yeah.
So if you have a thin team like the Duke Blue Devils and you start getting players in trouble, you only go 7 deep, then you can find yourself in trouble late in the ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, Duke basically has no subs. The 2 guys they bring off the bench are quality guys, but after that, I mean, we're talking walk-ons and that type of stuff.
Alabama versus Michigan. Could Alabama finally miss Aiden Holloway? Is tonight's game versus Michigan and Alabama's hopes and dreams of getting to the Final Four and on to a national title, do they all go up in smoke?
Holloway's going up in smoke.
Pardon the pun.
I can tell you he's
Big Lou. Pardon the pun, Big Lou. But I'm just saying.
Here. We need the Stephen A. right there.
Alabama cruised in their first 2 rounds without the 17-point averaging Holloway, a game average of Holloway, outscoring Hofstra and Texas Tech by a combined 45 points. But as we said, things get a little tougher when you get into the Sweet 16. Alabama did have 19 threes against Texas Tech. If Alabama is able to shoot the threes like they did against Texas Tech, Big Lou, do you think they got a shot? Do you think they have a chance without Aiden Holloway and all hands on deck?
Yeah, I think they absolutely have a shot. The thing for me is the first 2 games for them in the tournament, it really, I mean, credit to Nate Oates. I feel like he not completely changed the identity, but he kind of switched his coaching style on how Alabama played without Aiden. And I think this is I definitely think Alabama has a shot to win this game. I would take Alabama with those points that they're giving to Michigan, but the way Michigan is going from, I think they're really an inside to outside team, especially defensively. That's where they're good. They're good inside. So maybe that does have some validity to it as far as Alabama goes, missing Aiden Holloway, because the inside's not going to be there, in my opinion, against Michigan. So you're going to have to knock down maybe 19 threes to win it.
You have to.
As we talked about earlier in the week about Michigan, they got a 7'3" Mara playing center. They've got 2 6'9" guys next to him in the front court or the back court, front court.
He's huge.
And Michigan's opponents for the season shoot less than 31% success rate from beyond the arc as far as threes go. And that's where Alabama makes their hay, is 3. Now, as we talked about yesterday, Nate Oates, head coach of Alabama, Dusty May, head coach of Michigan. When Dusty May was an assistant at Eastern Michigan, and Nate Oates was the high school head basketball coach at Romulus High School, just outside of Detroit, I'm pretty sure is where that is. Dusty May used to go to the 6 a.m. practices of Nate Oates and watch those 6 in the morning practices of Nate Oates' high school teams at Romulus High School.
Breakfast Club.
So they know each other. And Alabama plays the fastest, quickest tempo in the nation. Thus, that's why the over-under is at 172. But let me tell you what, Michigan likes to run too. Let me tell you, if you got a 7'3" guy, I don't care how great a shape he's in, he just can't sprint up and down the floor and up and down the floor without taking a break occasionally.
I mean, look at the Illinois guy, Big Z on Illinois. I mean, he doesn't play the whole game. He can't. I mean, he's huge.
When Michigan played St. Louis earlier in this tournament, the third best three-point shooting team in the country, St. Louis was. They were 10 of 32 against Michigan.
They were cooked
in the second round. Containing Yaxel Lindenborg.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some tough sledding for Alabama. Morez Johnson Jr., 7'3", Ade Mara. There's some problems for Alabama. Those 3 score 40 points and grab more than 20 rebounds a game between those 3 players. Along with Elliot Cadeau and Trey McKinney. Ouch! Yow!
So I don't know who's going to guard this.
Bama wants to run, man. Few teams in college basketball play faster than the Tide. Matter of fact, none of them do. However, Michigan, like I said, they like to get up and down the floor too. Michigan's around a 9-point favorite tonight. 8:45 in the East region. Second game, Michigan State versus UConn. UConn's a 1.5-point favorite with a 136 total. UConn is the smallest favorite of any of the higher seeds in tonight's game. UConn is the smallest favorite of any of the higher seeds in tonight's basketball games. UConn beat UCLA 73-57, holding the Bruins to just 44% shooting from the field. Be ready for a slow-paced, half-court, deliberate game tonight between these two teams. UConn's Alex Caravan, terrific player. Do you know he's going for his 3rd NCAA title, Big Lou? Third. While he's been at UConn.
Pretty fantastic.
That would be awesome. Played well so far, has Caravan for the Huskies. But he's going to have to play really well against Michigan State. I mean, Michigan State is no pushover easy for the UConn Huskies. Now it's time to talk about the blue tick hound in the room. At 9:10 tonight, folks, the Big Orange Nation will be gathering around their TV sets, radios, as we'll have the game on radio right here on 101.7.
Correct.
Mike Keith on the call up there, Big Lou?
Correct.
He does the play-by-play. Who sits with him? Who does the color with him?
Chris Lofton does.
Okay. Chris Lofton, terrific player for the University of Tennessee in his days, back in his day.
I believe that game's on 103.7, right?
Is that going to be? I'm sorry. Is it going to be on?
Yeah, 103. I believe so. I'm disoriented. I apologize. We were front porch happenings this morning.
103.7 FM. Tennessee fans, or anybody who wants to listen to Mike Keith's call, tune into 103.7 FM, our sister signal here at WKOM. Around 9 o'clock tonight if everything runs on schedule, and it normally does with these games, they give enough cushion in between games to keep them on schedule. One pressing question, Big Lou, and it's not really about the Vols. It's about Iowa State and Joshua Jefferson, their power forward. Will he play? Will he play tonight? Have you heard anything in Knoxville about his availability?
I have not. First of all, I like that reference, the blue tick hound in the room,
the blue
because
tick
they just
hound.
named.
How about the blue tick hound in the gym? We got we've got to talk about the blue tick hound in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Smokey 12 was announced yesterday, so Tennessee's got a new Smokey, which is interesting. You bring that up right there. But yeah, Joshua Jefferson is an All-American, and he is what makes their team go. So, honestly, I think, first of all, it comes down to that. That plays a big part in it, obviously. How available is Nate Ament? Is he just a decoy tonight like he has been throughout the entirety of the NCAA tournament? And then does Jacoby Gillespie have a continued, if he continues like he has been playing in the first two games, then Tennessee's got a real shot tonight.
Sure.
If all those things happen.
Don't you think that Ament and Gillespie need to have both above average games in order to beat Iowa State tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's hard for me to believe that Ament can be off and Gillespie can be on, or vice versa, and they beat Iowa State. I feel as though both of those players for Tennessee have to excel tonight and have complementary type ball games, performances, in order to win and beat Iowa State. Right? Right. Okay. We're going to take a quick break.
It's 10.
Well, you're bugging
a little
out
later.
What's that? Yeah, we're going to let Rocky Top take us out. We'll be right back.
Here tonight.
This is the Front Porch
go
Sports
ahead.
Radio Hour.
This is Coach Tredaris Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Hey, this is Derek Ransom with 10 Pin Alley, voted #1 family entertainment center in Murray County. We offer 32 bowling lanes, giant arcade, laser tag, bumper cars, and a full cafe and bar menu. We also specialize in group events, kids and adult birthday parties, company parties, sports team parties, and holiday parties. We're located at 322 East James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia. Call us today at 931-381-BOWL or visit us at 10pin.com. 10 Pin Alley, it's where the good times roll.
In today's uncertain world, you can never be too careful about your family's financial future. That's why the Parker Group, a part of Baird's Private Wealth Management, is offering a free second opinion on your financial plans. Let us review your current plan, and we will identify any gaps and offer suggestions to improve it. Please call the Parker Group at 931-548-3737. That's 931-548-3737. Robert W. Baird & Company Incorporated does not offer tax or legal advice.
This is Mark Curry at the Trailer Store. We are a local, family-owned business. Every day, I work with my wife, Susie, my mother, Becky, and my son, Justin. We offer a full line of lawnmower trailers, utility trailers, stock trailers, and a full line of trailer parts. We also offer service. Come see us at 1021 New Lewisburg Highway. Call us at 931-381-2795. That's 931-381-2795.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Kelly Dobson, owner of Caring Hearts Home Healthcare here in Columbia. For over 20 years, we've proudly served our community, locally owned and operated, providing trusted care you can count on. We support seniors, individuals with disabilities, and even short-term care after surgery. From personal care to homemaking and companionship, our team is here to help you or your loved one live safely and comfortably at home. Call Caring Hearts today at 931-381-5470 or stop by in person, 1121 Trotwood Avenue here in Columbia.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley. And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wallcover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wallcovering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed.
Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is Coach Devin Simler from Columbia Central Baseball. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
On the farm, uptime isn't just nice to have, it's a must-have. That's why JLG Ag telehandlers are a multitasking workhorse. Whether moving and loading more, stacking higher, or even accessing tighter spots with compact models, these machines help poultry, cotton, and row crop producers maximize every moment on the job. Once you get behind the wheel, you'll get more done. It's that simple. See JLG Ag telehandlers for yourself. Come out to Try Green Equipment in Columbia, just off Theta Pike.
Mini Cooper, Volvo, BMW, Land Rover, Jaguar. Hi, I'm David Usselton, owner of Usselton Motorworks Foreign Car Repair, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We're at the corner of West 12th and South High Street. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty on all repairs. Come see us in Columbia, Tennessee, or call us at 931-215-1765, or visit us on the web at usseltons.com.
Harmon Scrap Metal invites you to our annual Columbia Easter egg hunt. Join us Saturday, April 4th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Woodland Park Rotary Shelter in Columbia. With over 10,000 eggs, bounce houses, food trucks, and fun for kids of all ages. It's an event the whole family will love. So grab your baskets and hop on over for an afternoon of Easter fun. We'll see you there.
Columbia, your Love's travel stop just got a whole lot better. We've modernized our space at 1624 Bear Creek Pike at exit 46 to bring you more of what you want with fuel discounts, additional food offerings, and everything you need to hit the road with ease. Come say hi at the remodeled Love's in Columbia. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your community. Safe travels.
This is Lieutenant Orlando Cox with the Columbia Police Department, welcoming you to Columbia, Tennessee, home of the Mule Day Parade. We're expecting large crowds, exciting parade, and a lot of activities throughout Columbia. As we celebrate, please slow down, stay alert, and watch out for pedestrians. Follow officers' directions and avoid distractions. Please buckle up. Let's work together to keep Mule Day safe, fun for everyone. Have a great Mule Day weekend.
I'm Chris Stewart, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and you're listening to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour on 101.7 WKOM.
And welcome back into the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Thank you so much for joining us. If you ever have an opinion, suggestion, or comment for us here at the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour, just dial us up at 931-388-3636. It's that simple. Punch number 5 and leave us a comment. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
Absolutely.
Give us a shout.
Definitely.
The Predators lost last night to New Jersey.
Boo.
In Nashville, 4-2, suffering their first loss in their last 6 games. They had won 5 in a row, obviously, and then lost last night. The Preds host Montreal tomorrow night. Puck drops at 6 p.m. The Memphis Grizzlies have shut down John Morant for the rest of the season. And they basically are tanking the rest of the season.
I mean, you have to. I mean, you need something positive for Memphis, and hopefully that can come from a draft pick in a loaded draft class, you think.
And getting rid of Morant, I guess, is...
Ja Warrant.
Yeah. Jamoji.
Jamoji.
All right, so we were talking about the Tennessee Vols as they play tonight, a little after 9 o'clock, against the Iowa State Cyclones, the number 2 seed in the tournament. Cyclones are. The question was, will Iowa State's All-American, All-Big 12 player, Joshua Jefferson, power forward, be playing tonight as he suffered an ankle injury in the first minutes of the first-round game against Tennessee State? He missed the rest of that game and all of their second-round win over Kentucky. Head coach T.J. Otzelberger said Jefferson has made, quote, significant progress.
That's good.
Tennessee looks for its 3rd Elite 8 appearance and its first Final Four appearance in school history, behind point guard Jacoby Gillespie and freshman superstar Nate Ament. Ament bounced back after no points in the first round against Miami of Ohio Redhawks to 16 points, 4 rebounds versus Virginia in the second round. Normally how Nate Ament goes, so goes the Vols' success against upper-tier teams.
Definitely.
Tennessee has to take care of business, has to take care of the ball as they take care of business, as Tennessee ranks outside the top 200 teams in turnover averages per game at 12 turnovers a game for the Vols.
Yeah, that's not good.
Iowa State is one of the best teams in forcing turnovers.
Yes, they are.
They force 15 turnovers a game average.
They're on your tail.
Kentucky had 19 turnovers in their second-round loss to Iowa State.
Of course they did. Kentucky can't control the ball.
Iowa State's a 3.5-point favorite with a 139.5 total. Little Sis, Vanderbilt, they have already played today. We are recording, so we don't have – matter of fact, they just tipped off.
Right.
They're playing against number 6 seed Notre Dame in the Sweet 16, looking to advance into the Elite 8. The second weekend of play, South Carolina takes on another SEC foe, Oklahoma. Texas takes on Kentucky. LSU versus Duke. With these SEC versus SEC Sweet 16 matchups, the SEC women basketball programs are guaranteed at least 2 SEC teams in the Elite 8. Magic 8 Ball picks for tonight. By the way, Magic 8 Ball.
That's right.
The Magic 8 Ball went 4-1 yesterday. 4 wins, 1 loss. Solid.
Very solid.
Tonight, Magic 8 Ball likes Duke -6.5 over St. John's. Over 172.5 in the Michigan-Alabama in the total.
I like that.
Game total.
Good pick.
Take UConn -1.5 over Michigan State.
And the best effing.
Of course, UConn has the best effing head basketball coach in the nation, according to the effing head basketball coach at UConn,
of the Huskies,
Danny Hurley. Yeah. Tennessee, Magic 8 Ball likes the Vols +3.5 against Iowa State. Under 139.5 in that Tennessee-Iowa State game. Under 136.5 in the UConn-Michigan State games. So there you have it. A great night of basketball. I want everybody to enjoy it. If you're out having a beverage with your friends and you think you might be just ever so slightly impaired, call an Uber, call a Lyft. call a friend,
Amen.
call a family member that hasn't been drinking. They'll come get you, and you'll appreciate it come Monday morning. Have a great weekend. This has been the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.